Shock and horror as Prime Minister and Junior Minister deny humanitarian gesture by James Stanislas. It is with utter dismay and disillusionment that I pen this piece, still reeling from the shocking denials made by the Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre and Junior Minister Jeremiah Norbert at the Saint Lucia Labour Party Town Hall meeting on Tuesday evening, February the 4th, 2005. The sheer audacity and brazen lies uttered by these two leaders of the government of Saint Lucia have left me speechless. The background to this whole saga is well known to many in Saint Lucia. In early 2021, about 5 months before the general elections, Jeremiah Norbert, then a young candidate of the opposition Saint Lucia Labour Party, was involved in a devastating motorcycle accident that sadly resulted in the amputation of one of his legs. In a remarkable display of humanity and compassion, the Alan Chasney-led UWP administration, without hesitation, came to Jeremiah's aid, facilitating his transfer from St. Lucia to Martinique by air ambulance with the assistance of the French embassy. The administration also provided financial assistance to partly meet the cost of his medical care.
I remember very distinctly being on conversations with the then leader of the opposition, calling me with regards to Jeremiah's condition and the extent that we went to facilitate Jeremiah being able to get to Martinique, arranging the helicopter. Luckily, there was some insurance involved, but we certainly went to every length that we could go to facilitate a quick transition for him to Martinique. And if you remember, he stayed clearly a couple of months in Martinique.
First of all,
fast forward to Tuesday evening, and the Prime Minister and Junior Minister saw fit to deny, and deny. They outrageously claimed that the UWP administration had no role in Jeremiah's medical care, painting Alan Chasney as a liar. The Prime Minister and Jeremiah, in a stunning display of ingratitude, sought to rewrite history, conveniently erasing the facts of the matter. But what is even more gut-wrenching is Jeremiah's personal betrayal. This is a man who at his most vulnerable moment received gratuitous assistance from the then Prime Minister Alan Chasney. A man who, without hesitation, put politics aside and exhibited genuine compassion towards Jeremiah's plight. And yet, Jeremiah has the temerity to call Alan Chasney a liar? The very same man who helped him in his time of need? Goodness.
It's only Sunday. And Prime Minister say, you see lies? You hear lies. On Sunday, the UWP had a meeting in the south of the island. And whilst at the meeting, they decided, just like they've done before with the whole skinny scenario, let us bring Jeremiah into the spotlight. And you know what they said? When I had my accident, I was brought to the St. Jude's Hospital. Those of you who remember the sequence of events, you remember. I was brought to the St. Jude's Hospital, then transferred to Tapion, then I flew to Martinique, and then I came back here. And they would choose because a gentleman, a strong Labour Party supporter, James, may his soul rest in peace. Strong Labour Party supporter. Up to now, he has a sticker of Jeremiah on his vehicle. He had an unfortunate accident. He was sent home and he passed away. And you know what they decided to do? Let us play politics with it again. That is the UWP. And that is what the so-called candidates of the UWP, that is what they are doing. Mem bet, mem quell, you tout mem commet you. And what they did, brought James into the picture. A man who has passed, no empathy for the family, and played all sorts of political football with the scenario. And then compare his situation and said that when Jeremiah had his accident, that the Honorable Philip J. Pierre, Philip J. Pierre, Chasne Divini Day, he came to him to ask him to help Jeremiah Norbert. You realize? He said, Philip J. Pierre, and he said, if I can quote, I remember distinctly having conversations with the then leader of opposition about getting assistance for Jeremiah. And we did everything within our power to ensure that Jeremiah went to Martinique. You realize? I will tell your brothers and sisters, on that bed in Tapion, I remember Philip J. Pierre, Ernest Hilaire, and the other, Sean Edward, and the other members of the Saint Lucia party, they rallied around me. They ensured through private means and other means that I was sent to Martinique. At no time did anybody from the UWP come and give me any kind of assistance to go to Martinique.
The evidence, however, speaks for itself. A WhatsApp conversation between Prime Minister Alan Chasne and leader of the opposition Philip J. Pierre, dated between 17th and 19th February 2021, unequivocally confirms that the UWP administration did in fact facilitate Jeremiah's transfer and provide financial assistance.
Chasne said his initial comments are true and provided WhatsApp messages to Newsworld between himself and Philip Pierre. One text dated February 19, 2021 reads, quote, "Good afternoon, PM. The doctors have determined that Jeremiah Norbert should go to Martinique to continue his medical treatment. Is the government still willing to facilitate? Thanks." The response, "We will. Can make arrangements. Has the hospital in Martinique been informed?" In the same thread under the name Philip J. Pierre, it was asked, "What are the arrangements regarding payment?" The response, "We have contributed up to $10,000 EC under special circumstances. We have given more, that is, financial or critical operations." The thread went on to discuss the facilitation efforts of the French embassy and ended with Chasne indicating that all arrangements were being made for him, Norbert, to be transferred the following day. Jeremiah Norbert, however, in his recollection on Tuesday, insisted that it was the members of the Labour Party that rallied around him and ensured through private means and other means that he was sent to Martinique. He did not elaborate what those other means were.
The screenshots of the conversation has since gone viral on social media. It is a damning indictment of the Prime Minister and junior ministers' deceitful claims. As I conclude, I am left to ponder the depth of dishonesty that pervades our political leadership. It is a crying shame that our leaders would stoop so low as to deny the truth simply to score cheap political points. Saint Lucia deserves leaders who will stand by their word, who will show gratitude when it is due, and who will not shamelessly peddle lies to further their own interests and unjustly tarnish the reputation of others. On the other hand, Chasne's selfless and principled handling of Jeremiah's cause, rising above politics, showcase his rectitude and statesmanship. His magnanimity and grace offers a glimmer of hope for Saint Lucia that not all politicians are like many in this current administration who are consumed by vindictiveness and self-interest. The late, great George Jones once sang, and I quote, "There is no justice in this world anymore," end of quote. But I beg to differ. I humbly posit that indeed there is justice in this world. I believe truly that justice will prevail and the truth will ultimately be revealed. The people of Saint Lucia will not be fooled by the deceitful tactics of this administration. The people will hold this administration accountable, and justice will boldly visit this administration in the ballot boxes when the time comes. Until then, I urge the Prime Minister and Junior Minister to reflect on their actions. Look lies we, to own up to their mistakes. Look lies we, and to apologize for egregious behavior. Look lies we. I want to thank you for listening. May God bless you and your families. And may God bless our beautiful island, Saint Lucia.